Alrighty. Let's just do this over here. And boom. There we go.
All right.
Live as live can be.
Greetings, happy people.
Farming away. How's it going, Illogical? What level are you? I have so many questions.
He has so many questions.
First of all, this asshole right here is taking me away from Path of Exile, just so you know.
I mean, I was the one that remembered we had a prior commitment.
Oh my god.
Sue me.
Dude, Illogical, you're gonna love this. I woke up by chance and look, because I didn't hear my phone go off or nothing when you texted me.
Oh my god.
I look at my phone and I got a text message from him saying, "We still on for today?" That was sent 52 minutes ago. And I was like, oh shit. Text him back, better schedule for next week. And then he goes, "But I'm here now." Oh fuck. And he lives a half an hour away, so I wasn't gonna make him go home. So I had to get up and do this. But
you're gonna be so glad that we did.
Oh, I am. I'm already glad.
Good.
That being said, I'm running about I'm finally on your schedule, Illogical. I'm running on about 4.5 hours of sleep now.
That's my every day.
No, we were talking about it. He's been kind of going just as ham as I have been with Path of Exile.
There's got to be a lot of ham in that game. I don't know. I keep hearing about it.
Yeah. I got like a combined 8 hours from last night. Well, that's good. That's good. As long as you get that solid 8 in.
That'd be those days.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was there for the stream. Wife says hello.
Oh.
Not hello enough to join the stream and say hello.
No.
Text it to me.
No, I'll take a shirtless pic and send it to her later.
All right.
Okay.
Dick. Oh, you want a dick pic, you say?
No, I have a very camera shy penis.
Yeah, so anyway, you're still not caught up to me is what you're saying, Illogical. Because you're saying you're at 82. I think I ended at 84 last night. Maybe 85? I don't know.
What's the next level in that game?
100.
Oh. Okay.
90's the soft cap.
Because very rarely do you go above 90.
Not that you go above, you plan to hit 90.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you plan ahead for your build, you planned for as many skill points as you're going to get to level 90. Anything beyond that is just bonus.
Okay.
That's how I usually do it, at least. Grinding to 100 ruined me. Yeah, he tried getting level 100 last league. What did you get to, like 96? 97? Something like that?
And you forego all, like, social interaction with the world. Your loved ones start to abandon you one by one as you just don't, do anything else but try to grind to 100. You have pets that die on your watch because you're stuck at the PC. You start to realize that the reason why your underwear won't come off is because you've had so much excrement actually tape it to your body that you just can't do anything else.
Loved ones first. He's got you there. Can't have loved ones leave me if I don't have loved ones in the first place.
That's a shame too, because I could have gone on with that list.
Burrito Deep Throat made it to level 100 last league.
No.
Mm-hmm. You remember how he had back issues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess who had like a week and a half off of work?
I mean, I'm surprised though. I thought he would just Dota the whole time.
No, he stayed away from Dota long enough to get the 100. He has actually been having an issue with his hand. Not to get too much into his personal life here, but
okay.
He's been having hand cramping issues, so he can't play as much Dota as he'd like to. So he's been playing a lot of Magic Arena.
I'm having the same problem with my wrist. I can't do
Not getting the same workout at once, dude.
No. No.
And he's a married man now.
It's one of those things where it doesn't. I have to exercise it a certain number of times to keep it going, and just now it's not there anymore. It's just not there anymore.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Lefty's still good.
God, hell stranger. Illogical, real quick, if you're still here, one thing I just found out about, and I have to test. Shut up, Andy. I'm telling him. I have to test Unleash support because apparently, from what I understand, it makes Spark ridiculously good. So my build might get better with that. Yeah. Oh, of course he's still here.
Of course.
Aren't you streaming, bud? Or are you not streaming at the moment? That's what you heard? Yeah, I didn't know about it, dude. So I'm like, okay, so the wording on Unleash is so friggin' weird that I thought it worked for, like, effects. So, like, I thought maybe the effect of Fireball igniting something would happen several times. I didn't realize that the actual spell would happen several times. Need to get food at some point. Yeah, I've been there.
Wouldn't know anything about that.
Listen, man.
Food just comes to me naturally. I'm just like, food.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works.
Right.
Oh, hey, a thumb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so apparently Unleash support turns Spark into Volspark. Like, naturally. Which I can only imagine what the hell it does for Volspark. Like, if it works for Vol skills, that's going to be insane. But anyway, yeah.
So I found out that in curling, there apparently the entire sport of curling had to change sometime between 1986 and 1992 because there was one man that specifically abused the rules enough that it broke the game. They had to actually change the rules of curling in order to counteract it. This is an actual thing.
I wasn't sure if you were just trying to derail the path of next talk.
No. I figured that if you're going to talk about a game that I have no actual knowledge about, that I just go into curling, which is a sport that nobody knows about, and that I still don't understand why the Mexican team doesn't win because it's just about
Hey,
what? What?
Stop it!
What? They're a good team. They don't even try out for it. I mean,
stop it!
Jamaicans are a good bobsled team, right? According to Disney.
Favorite Winter Olympic sport?
Yeah. I mean, it's a very interesting sport.
Is it a Winter Olympic sport?
Yes. Oh. I mean, it happens on ice.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Other than that...
Why?
What?
Why does it happen on ice?
Because they have to curl it.
Right. Because how would you get the thing to move, right?
Yeah.
Well, I propose to you.
It's not shuffleboard.
I realize that.
Okay.
But I kind of started my own version of curling at work.
Rolling down a hill is not curling.
No. No, sometimes when I go too long without getting a haircut. So we have these carts at work that you push around stuff on, and me and Burrito Dethro specifically made up this version of the game where you just push the cart, and if it goes over a certain line, it's foul. Mm-hmm. But if it touches a certain thing, it's foul. So you have to get it as close to that line without going over as possible.
Okay. So yeah, like curling and shuffle cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
We call it cart curling.
Cart curling.
Logical says it's a Canadian shuffleboard.
Yeah, I mean, it started in Canada, and I had to laugh that when it branched out the way it did. I didn't know dick about curling at all. And then I went over to my in-laws' house.
That's kind of fascinating. That's got to be the first thing you didn't know dick about.
Right? That never happened.
Usually you know plenty about dick.
So much. Actually, the subtle changes in flavor.
Easy with knocking the thing here, because you're probably you're probably blowing out people's ears every time you hit the damn thing. Just
Well, sorry, I have these childbearing hips
that
that will never be used for their God-given purpose, but whatever.
How do you know?
Because I'll never give birth to a child.
Do you think that's because you'll never want to, or do you think it's because it's impossible to?
Both.
I think I am claiming right now that I think it's possible. Obviously not yet, but within our lifetime, I have... Listen first. Within our lifetime...
Okay.
The way that the world is today, that's all I'm going to say, I have a feeling that at some point we're going to get to a point where scientists are going to find out, or someone's going to find out a way for man to have child. Now, it won't be natural. It won't be just,
No shit.
Yeah. You
don't say.
It won't be a thing where, you perform intercourse, become impregnated, and then have child 9 months later. It'll be more of like maybe they can just implant it into you,
mm-hmm.
and give you the birth canal, the whole nine. You know,
there is too much physiologically that has to change in order for a male to carry a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not even going to go into this with you at all because it is so ridiculous. However, what I will say is that do you realize that people are being offended by the first Ace Ventura movie?
First Ace Ventura. Oh, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they're going back, watching the movie, and then being offended by it. I don't know how you think that media is supposed to work.
And that's kind of stupid, too, because regardless of what it is, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
He got tranny tricked.
Yeah.
Which...
gun is digging into my hip.
Yeah, we won't go into people getting tranny tricked, will we, Andy?
Nope. The less the better.
Yeah, there you go.
The less the better.
The thing to be said there, though, is like, okay, there's the whole gender equality and there's the whole gender fluidity and all that. But at the same time, if you are a male and you identify as a male and you identify as a male who is attracted to women, that doesn't make it okay for a woman or a man who's identifying as a woman to try to consummate your relationship without telling you all the details. Did I lose you?
I'm afraid that you did.
5 hours, man. 5 hours of sleep.
Oh my god. Okay, so in the movie, you have a woman who's playing a man who identifies as a man but gets surgery to look like a woman to get back at a man by behaving like a woman.
She didn't get surgery.
No, he did.
But he didn't get surgery.
He did.
I don't think he did. Remember when he turned her around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still there.
He had breasts.
Well, I mean, so do I.
Yeah, but you have the waist to go with it. He didn't.
I mean, he did at one point.
You
and
cannot,
just lost the right parts.
You cannot have boobs. It's not how that works. You can't eat yourself to an inflated spot to have man boobs and then trim your waist to where you keep the boobs.
I mean, why not?
You can't do that.
I used to think that's how it worked.
Oh my god.
Like, a while ago. All right? I'm not...
Mm-hmm.
Not saying it was recent, but it was probably early teens. It's just, you know, I don't understand. I didn't understand why women got breast implants. Like, why can you not just gain a lot of weight and then lose a lot of weight? Is that not how it works? No, it's not.
Actually, the thing that gets me is that when women try to go for breast reduction, I get the medical needs behind it. I do. Ladies, the plight, I feel it in my heart.
Ladies listening right now.
I feel it in my heart that you would have to get rid of the boulders on your shoulders because that is just going to drag it all the way down to the ground and your back's going to have so many issues. I get it. I 100% get it. However, you have never heard of your life in a penis, you've never heard of a penis reduction surgery because men won't have that. They won't. There's no way. Like, they would be like, you know, oh, I'm working with a soft 30 over here, and
Soft 30.
I can't actually, like, get anywhere in life. This is becoming a problem. Like, I have to tape it to the inside of my thigh every time I want to go out in public.
I mean, there was even the dude that, are you familiar with Double Dick Dude?
No.
Yeah, there was a guy that had two.
Greedy son of a...
Naturally had two. Like, it was like, it's split. I don't know how else to say it. Like, it was like a Y shape, right?
Mm-hmm. That's gotta be awkward.
Well, what's interesting about it is he did, like, Ask Me Anything on Reddit about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it was so funny. So it was just, like, a matter of...
Did people request pics?
Yes.
I would imagine.
No, was it really?
What
Get
happened?
the fuck out of here. He says, wasn't that disproven, and he faked it all. No, that's so disheartening. I'm going to tell the story like it's real anyway. Like, well, because there was...
We make up our own realities around here at Side Splitters.
But I mean, that's a perfect example of what we're talking about. Like, even he, you know, the deformed freak, didn't want to get rid of one of them, because why would you? And instead he went so far as to boast about having it. But him being faked, that just even carries more weight behind what we're saying. Not only will we go as far as to not get rid of the deformity, but we'll actually go as far as to say we have a deformity when we don't.
Men will brag that they have 2 dicks.
Yes. And then there came out a woman that had 2 vaginas.
Was she fake?
Huh?
Was she fake too?
I don't know.
Okay.
I was the vagina one fake too illogical? Because if so, damn it.
Yeah, I need you to be the record keeper for all these people's genitalia that I just cannot be bothered to keep track of.
First pick was convincing. Other picks he kept posting were super flawed in Photoshop. No idea on the vagina. Man, that's depressing. Well, anyway, the vagina one, I remember her coming out and just being like, yeah, I have 2 vaginas. And she was so upset about it and, like, considered herself a freak. And she did everything the opposite of what the, so-called double dick dude did.
I got to get rid of one. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll just sew it up.
Yeah. She was very upset about it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine if both of them were on different PMS cycles?
Oh, God. I don't want to talk about that. Are we ready to start the show?
Oh, yeah. No, I think that's good enough warm-up.
That is disgusting.
Like, she's just not herself 10 days out of the month.
God, that's gross. What have been going for? 24 minutes plus a 10. Yeah, I can give it a couple more. Let's start the show. All right, Side Splitters beginning. Excuse the me.
Mm-hmm. Just get in that camera.
Oh God. It's not playing. Stop.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
You've done it. What did you do? What did you do? This is perfect. Okay, there it is. What did you do? Quickly. What have you done? Before the show starts, let's get into
Yeah, I'm on the edge of his seat.
Nice. That means we can map together tonight. All right, show starting time. Here we go. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Side Splitters. My name is Lyle.
And my name is Andy.
And our goal is to leave you in stitches. Andy, how are you? With the hoarse-sounding voice and all that. God, it sounds like you didn't get any sleep.
I definitely got more sleep than some people I know.
Yeah, well.
Which I am actually surprised that this room is as good a condition as it's in.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't take long to fix the situation.
Oh, you just picked up your bird nest and moved it somewhere else?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know,
this guy nested.
There was a new release for a game I really enjoy called Path of Exile that happened this previous Friday.
Mm-hmm. We're all concerned about you, even your wife.
Yeah, she hasn't heard from me in 2 days.
I cannot imagine my wife not hearing from me for multiple days on end because of a video game.
She knew this was coming up, and I told her it was coming up, and so she planned accordingly because she just kind of takes it as, well, I guess I'm not seeing you that weekend. Let me figure out stuff to do. So she went to like a horror convention. She went to hang out with her mom a bunch. That's where she's at now. She dropped her brother off at school in another state and everything, and yeah.
I feel like there should be a support group for wives of gamers. I really do.
So that's where she's at now. She's in another. She's shopping with her mom, which could be just as dangerous as me.
Could be.
Nesting in this computer room.
You're not gonna hear from her for another day or two.
But yeah, so I've been kind of going a little hardcore with it.
Ham, if you will.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't slept much. I almost forgot we were supposed to do the podcast today. I forgot what day it was, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Honestly, like the weekend goes by so fast for me that it definitely. I feel like I'm at work way more often than I am not at work, and when I have my days off, it's terrible. But the worst part about all of this is when not only do you have time off, but time likes to hide from you. or just completely go bonkers as it is. You know who I hate because of that?
Now, before you get into that, let me start off by
How
saying this.
dare you?
So I'm in the middle of playing last night, and
Of course. Okay.
I was
More stories.
I was playing, and just kind of realizing how long I was going without really paying attention to the time, and just oh man, it's 10 o'clock already. Whatever. I'll get it going a little bit more, then maybe I'll grab a bite to eat or something. And then, realize, because naturally I didn't wake up. So, okay, let's start over. Friday, it released. I went on a 12-hour stream, and that was my first ever 12-hour stream, which, let me tell you, was fantastic.
Okay.
I
thought it was going to be a mixed bag.
Here's something about... Can't we talk about POA? Here's something about 12-hour streams that I realized. When you do a 12-hour stream, hour 10... I was like, yeah, let's go. I'm ready to go like another 8 hours or so. Man, screw the idea of 12 hours. I might go 18 hours, 24 even, I feel so energized and everything. I still had 3 more energy drinks in the waiting. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm good. I'm fine. Let's do it. And when I get into hour 11, 1 hour later, for those not paying attention, I'm just like, is it over? Oh my God, is it over? I'm so tired. Please let it be over. It was so bonkers. It's just like, yeah, it's just one of those things. And then last night, again, I'm playing or whatever, and I'm like, whatever, it's only 12 o'clock. Let me just keep going. 5 minutes later, it felt like I look at the clock, and it's already 1 o'clock. And then 5 minutes after that, I look at the clock, and it's 3 o'clock all of a sudden. And I'm like, wait a minute. Now, last time 5 minutes was an hour. This time 5 minutes is 2 hours. How does that make sense? And then I realized many, many moons ago, Ben Franklin screwed us all. And here we are today, daylight savings time, ladies and gentlemen.
Screw Ben Franklin. I don't even get the point of daylight savings to begin with. Like, why? Like, it has to deal with something about farmers. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's so that during the shift in time and the rotational axis of the world and everything, and daylight starting earlier or starting later, it keeps so that the farmers can not have to adjust their clock. Essentially.
Oh, let's cater to them.
I mean, they feed us.
Not me directly.
Right?
Yeah.
But you do merit a good point. It's like, why do we have... It is obsolete in modern times. You're 100% right. Like, why do we have to be like, let's change our clocks so that they don't get confused?
Mm-hmm.
Just wake up when the sun comes up and go to bed when the sun goes down. It's easy.
Well, and here's the thing anyway, is that back when that was invented, people's alarm clocks weren't anything but roosters. Yeah. So, I mean, they were going to get confused no matter what because the changing time meant that the rooster was going to crow when the sun came up regardless. Doesn't matter if the sun came up at 6, the sun came up at 7, the sun came up at 5. The rooster was going to be like, and then like the farmer is going to be like, oh crap, I got to tend to the corn. And that's just the way he went. I don't have a rooster waking me up in the morning. I've got an alarm clock, and even that is outdated for modern times. I actually have an alarm clock. This may surprise people, but there is a digital device in my bedroom whose sole purpose is to go off at a specific time.
Mine too.
I don't use my phone. I do not use my phone at all. I use an actual, honest-to-goodness alarm clock.
I have a question for you. How many alarms do you set? Or how many times do you hit the snooze?
Twice.
You hit the snooze twice?
I hit the snooze twice.
Okay.
And then when I get up, my wife has to get up 3 hours after me. So then when I get up, I take the clock, I shake it a little bit, and I tell it horrible things because that's the relationship I have with my alarm clock. And then I turn off the alarm, I set it for 3 hours, turn it back on, put it back down on the dresser, and then go about my business.
You both use the same alarm clock?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Why? 2 on my clock, 2 on my phone. Jesus. You have an alarm clock too? What the hell is wrong with you people? You have phones.
Okay, you know what happens when my alarm clock goes off? Headphone warning.
Oh no, don't you do it.
Like that.
Stop.
That is my alarm clock. You know what happens when my phone sets off an alarm?
No. Well, you can change it.
Hey, you can get up if you want.
Right, so let's see. Yeah. So you can't see much here, but you can just see this is a list of all the alarms I have. Yeah, you want to take a look?
That's ridiculous to me. I have one clock that's set for one time. I manually adjust it to another time, and then when I come home, I manually adjust it back to my time.
So, admittedly, I use a total of 5 alarms.
Okay.
I have, and the reason there's so many alarms is because I have to wake up for different times on different days. So Monday I go in an hour later than regular. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's an hour. No, I bet. Swap that. Strike. Stop. Reverse. 4.5 hours.
Still having
guys.
trouble with words.
Yeah. So Monday I go in an hour later. Tuesday to Friday I go in regular time. So my alarm clock on Monday is set to wake me up about 7:25, whereas Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 6:25. So because of that, I have one set for 6, one set for 6:10, one set for 6:20, and then I take the 6:21 and I manually change it to 6:25 because it's the last alarm, and I go, all right, let me just wait, or that might be wrong still.
See, this is what happens when you use a phone. You get lost in your alarms.
No. 6:25 is the last alarm I have, and then I manually adjust that to 6:30. Look, the point of the matter is, it wakes me up in the morning, okay? And it's the only. It used to be worse. It used to be to 8, and I cut it. I cut it down a bit.
Yeah, there's no aggressive enough alarm that I can set on my phone that would actually work. Like
Mine-
even the most aggressive sounding alarm that my phone gives off as part of the default, like I could find another soundbite to
I did
use.
that.
And I would have to,
Yeah.
because the harshest one on my phone that it would give me is if a 70-pound vegan was slightly caressing my hair asking me to get up. Like, it's a suggestion. Like, hello, I mean, I don't eat pork, but could you get out of bed? Like, that is what my phone does to me. And it's not worth it.
But
I like my other alarm clock. Headphone warning.
No. I will punch you in the neck. So
sorry, people.
I have had since this alarm since I first got it, which was back in around 2011, which was no, I beg your pardon, it was 2012, which is when I got this job that I'm at now, and I've had it ever since then, and it's a metal cover of the music from Skyrim.
Oh,
so every morning I have to headbang to dragons fighting me. Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
That gets me out of friggin' bed. Because at the time, I was so engrossed into the Skyrim world that hearing the dragon music going off is just like, whoa, time to get up, you know?
So that's how it goes for you. You're just obsessed over one game over the next.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I've been told I have gaming ADD. Because what's funny about it is if the game gets me, it gets me. But as soon as it lets go, I'm on to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Screw Ben Franklin.
Sometimes those games don't take too long to let go. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like, I've seen everything I want to see with this game. Time to go on to the next.
I felt that way about Soul Calibur. I played it. I was largely undefeated in the people that played against me, like locally and online, to the point where I was pretty high ranked as Siegfried. On a worldly basis, I was pretty high ranked as Siegfried. And I just stopped playing. I'm just like, wow, there is literally no challenge to this game. And then the creative character was really nice, but just like any other creative mode on any game, like Little Big Planet, Minecraft, or whatever, other people will make better things than you will.
Yeah.
That's just a given truth.
Whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not, that's just, people are always going to be better at the creative crap than you are. And then all I did was watch YouTube videos of their creations and be like, oh, that's neat, that's even neater. And like, no matter what I made, it didn't matter because somebody else made it better. And then the single player campaign where it's like, you know, oh, it's like a pseudo RPG. The RPG quality of that fighting game was the same kind of quality you can get from a mobile phone, like a mobile game. Like, that was the quality behind it. So I'm like, all right. And then when they're like, oh, new DLC characters, they're like, oh, that's cool. When your first one is a guest character that you're like, okay, that's pretty awesome. That's not a bad character choice. And then the other two characters are clones.
Yeah.
Like, bad choice. Bad choice, Bandai Namco. Shame on you.
It works for Super Smash Brothers all the time, right? So,
Beep, Richie. Don't you dare talk bad about Smash Brothers.
I can't stand Smash Brothers. It is such...
Cause you're not human.
You know what? It's fun as a party game, but as soon as you talk to anyone that likes Smash Brothers, they're just like, it's a real fighting game, bruh. No, it's not. It's a party game. It's just as fun as Mario Party.
Would you consider sex a party?
if there's ninjas involved.
Good reference. Good reference.
Shout outs to the 2 people in the world that'll get that.
Right? But no, if if you consider sex a party, and Smash Brothers is a game that you can actually play alone, so playing Smash Brothers is a lot like masturbating when you do it by yourself. Yeah.
When you do it by yourself, it's the same when you do it with other people. Because no matter what, you're just like, I'm way better as a Pac-Man main than you.
No.
Like, never in my life have I ever thought I was going to be like, I'm a good Pac-Man main. Think about that.
That sounds funny when you say it. But, no.
What pisses me off is how long it took me to come to the realization that this game is just not good and I need to stop buying it, no matter how many iterations of it come out.
There is no whimsy in your soul.
Oh, we've been over this.
Yeah.
There is whimsy.
No, whimsy no.
Apparently there's no motivation in yours.
That's 100% true. 100% true.
So, but there is an interesting point to be brought up with my weekend experience, Path of Exile. I'm sure your experience with Smash Brothers when it came out and all that. Mm-hmm. What games have you ever been so hyped for that you just lasted the entire week or weekend or whatever and just didn't sleep much, and all you could do was just grind out whatever game that was, and you go to sleep, you wake up, and you're playing it again, and you have friends that are scheduled to come over, and you go, oh, why don't we do it next week? And they're like, we're already here, and you're like, oh shit. So you have to get out of bed, get dressed, and go do a podcast. Anything like that ever happened to you?
Yeah. Super specific. Yeah, so oddly enough, I miss it. It doesn't happen as often as I'd like it to.
Right.
Definitely way before that I got a serious job, quote unquote. And of course, married and buying a house and everything like that. Like I do not get to spend a whole lot of time with the video games that I would like to. But
Can I give you a little secret real quick?
Mm-hmm.
If you convince her that you are a professional streamer, mm-hmm. and you have to do it because it's your part-time job, she'll let it happen. I promise. And you use that excuse to get away with playing video games for, 2 to 3 hours a day.
My wife is pretty good. She will let me play a video game for extended periods of time.
Every once in a while, like when a specific game comes out that you're really excited for, you can go, hun, I'm going to try something interesting this time. Do you mind if I try a 12-hour stream? I hear it really works well. You get a big audience. You get a lot of newcomers to come in and everything. I think I'm going to try that. Is that cool with you?
You're really taking advantage of the fact that she doesn't watch these. Like, really taking advantage of that. I'm going to recommend she sees this one. I'm telling on you.
She won't. She'll watch the first 10 minutes and go, I don't see what's the point.
Oh, my God. No, so my wife will let me play a video game for extended periods of time. My problem is coming across a video game I want to play for extended periods of time. But I think the last one that I obsessed over when it came out, and you're probably going to laugh at this, was Pokemon Sun and Moon. When that came out, I got it like day one, and I played through it as long as I humanly could.
We talked about it on stream.
Yeah.
Or on podcast, rather.
Well, that was the time.
That was the Potato Goblin.
Yeah.
Potato Golem.
Potato Golem, yes.
Shout outs to GameStop employees.
And the time before that was when they re-released the original Red and Blue on the Virtual Console. Because I played that, and because we had the group that was like, all right, let's everybody trade up and like raise a team and we'll fight it out and everything like that. Like, yeah, no, I was hardcore. I played that game as if it was 1996 all over again.
So did I.
Yeah.
It was pretty exciting.
Yeah, that was really exciting. And that was the last time. So I'd imagine that the next time that I do that would probably be for the 8th gen that's coming out at the end of this year. And I hope to God that everybody in that area has like an English or Scottish accent like the memes. Because it does not take the internet long to meme. There is already Rule 34 for Pokemon Sword and Shield.
I mean, there was Rule 34 of Pokemon Sun and Shield before Pokemon Sun and Shield was announced. I promise.
Sword and Shield.
That's what I said.
You said Sun.
Did I?
You did.
Oh, well. Sun and Shield, Sword and Shield. Did I make sure I said Side Splitters at the beginning?
I don't know.
I hope so.
I hope so, too. People know what they're watching.
It's the 72nd time that I'm doing it. You would think I got it right.
You would think, but it happens.
Yeah.
5 hours of sleep.
Yeah, and the fact that we're live now and I can't go back and edit my mistakes.
That's true.
Yeah, it's fun, too. So yeah, you are going to take. How long do you think you see? How long can you invest in a Pokemon game though?
Hours.
Because that's sure hours, but that's one of those games for me that I completely obsess over for about a week. If like a week's worth of playing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So not like a week where I'm putting 2 hours a day in. If that's the case, it'll be more like a month.
No, I can play for a good amount of time. Like we're talking, like I can go from 0 to Elite Four for however long it takes, and then after that, it's one of those things where I try to experiment with the new monsters as much as possible, like whatever they are, and I'm sure I'll go legendary hunting, and then trying to fill the Pokedex, like so I can get my shiny charm, so I could start farming shinies and stuff like that.
That's as far as I went in Sun and Moon. I got the shiny charm. I filled the Pokedex, the regional one, and after that, I was like, oh, let me try to get shiny starters.
Mm-hmm.
I got a shiny Litten, the fire one, and
Good,
I was like,
good shiny.
man, this was super easy to do because I got it really early. Remember, I was with you when I got it, and I was like, nice. That wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. So I started going for the next one, which I think was Rowlett. It was the next one I went for, and it just couple hundred in and it never happened. I was like, I quit. I quit. I'm done. So
it's not as bad as some people I know because they're actually going for not only a living Pokedex, which is a feat in and of itself,
that's stupid,
but a shiny living Pokedex.
So real quick for all the non-nerds out there,
oh, right.
A living Pokedex is having one of each Pokemon.
Yes.
Not just capturing one and evolving it to its final form, but capturing another one and evolving it to its final form, and capturing another one and evolving it to the middle form.
Yeah, so you have, instead of having one Machop that you level all the way up to Machamp, and you have a Pokedex entry for all three, a living Pokedex is you have a Machop, a Machoke, and a Machamp.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, and this person was doing a shiny living Pokedex.
That's going to take a while.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you did something like that, I can see how it'd be like, yeah, all right, well, cool. That should take about a week.
My problem is I have enough people in my friend group that plays Pokemon. Nerds! But I like to battle. I love to battle. I love making teams. I love doing theme battles. Like, it's a lot of fun for me. Not many people want to do that, though.
Before Pokemon came out, did you do, like, rap battling or anything?
No.
That's a shame. I feel like you should have.
Eh.
I could see you as a nice battle rapper.
MC Skittles.
Skills?
Skittles.
Skittles.
Yeah, because they already had M&M's, so.
I see. So you got the fruitier M&M.
Stop it.
So anyway, yeah.
That'll probably be the next thing I obsess over. And the best part is that the system that it's on is portable. So when Sun and Moon,
new.
When Sun and Moon came out, well, hang on, because when Sun and Moon came out, I actually took my 3DS to work to play it.
That's dangerous.
It is.
That being said, I think I did the same thing.
Yeah, I would take it to work to play on my breaks, and I would play in the parking lot. Like, I would get to work 20 minutes early just so I could play Pokemon, and then I was in my parking lot at work, because it takes me over an hour to get to work and come back.
Yeah.
So, like, after work would sign out, I would sit in the parking lot for about a good half hour to an hour sometimes to play Pokemon, realize what time it is, and then drive home.
Something tells me you're not going to get away with that in married life.
Oh, no, I still will. I still will.
Matter of fact, I'll do it because I'm married.
No, it's just that I won't leave earlier, but I'll probably have later coming home, which is fine because most of the time she gets home after me anyway.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, what's it called? When Sun and Moon came out, I remember I did bring my DS to work as well, and it was because it was closer to holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
And Black Friday at my job, it's a 5-hour day as is. We work for about maybe an hour of that, and the other 4 hours the boss ain't there, the secretary ain't there. It's literally just me and one other worker, which happens to be Burrito Detour. So we just kind of do whatever we can to make the time go by.
Mm-hmm.
One time he brought a flash drive with, I think, Warcraft 2 on it, and played that for a bit. It was funny. We had a good time with that. Yeah, so that's that's that. And it's just one of those things where it's like, it's a holiday. What are you supposed to do? You guys aren't working. Why should we?
Yeah.
And it's just, I personally think we should have off Black Friday more than we should have off Thanksgiving. Well, let me rephrase that. We should have off both. But that's...
I mean, I already do, but...
Right, but that's also going in time with the whole idea of other holidays we should have off. Whether if it's Super Bowl, I still think the Super Bowl Monday should be a thing. Because the Super Bowl happens on Sunday, the game doesn't stop until late. Everyone has to work the next day. Make Monday a holiday.
Honestly, on my at my work, they did that. They adjusted people's schedule for the Super Bowl week.
Really?
Yeah. So normally third shift has to start Sunday night and then Monday morning, but because of the Super Bowl, what they did was over the years, so many people called out that third shift was even less of a skeleton crew than it normally is. So they started to adjust people's schedules to where they didn't have to come in Sunday night, but they had to come in Friday night. So instead of having off Sunday, instead of working Sunday night, they had to work Friday night. So it just kind of, they got a day from their next weekend early.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, a lot of people weren't.
Really?
Because a lot of people were not sports fans. They couldn't care less about the Super Bowl. So now all of a sudden something they didn't even care about is affecting how their schedule works during the week.
I can see that.
Yeah, it was pretty sucky for a lot of people, but whatever. I don't care either way because, I came into work on Monday. First shift, no longer third shift. Get to sleep like a human being.
I wish I was third shift. But anyway, I mean, there's a couple holidays I think we should have off. I mean, and maybe this is just the American in me talking, but like, why not have the next holiday off? St. Patrick's Day.
Oh!
And even if we don't have St. Patrick's Day off, why not have so it could be recognized as like one of those holidays, like Easter, for example. It's not the same day or Thanksgiving either. Not the same day every year. Mm-hmm. It always falls on a Sunday. Thanksgiving always falls on a Thursday.
Yeah.
So why can't St. Patrick's Day, even though it falls on a specific day, why can't we observe it that following month? So the following day is when we observe it, right? Mm-hmm. That's how it should be. I mean, come on. No one celebrates New Year's Day. They celebrate New Year's Eve. So because of that, workplaces give you off New Year's Day. But everyone knows we don't celebrate New Year's Day. We still have off for New Year's Day, though. So why can't we have off for St. Patrick's Day Eve? St. Patrick's Eve.
St. Patrick's Eve.
Yeah. No. Strike that, reverse it. St. Patrick's Day, we work the day after. So I don't post St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. I don't know how you would say that. But to say the day after St. Patrick's Day, I feel like we should have off because that's the drinking day, right? St. Patrick's Day is when you're going to go out and drink. Just like how you would the day before Thanksgiving, just like the way you would the day before New Year's Day.
Which is so interesting because, I know that there are certain things that make a holiday mold into something that it wasn't originally, and it gets all these other traditions that kind of come together. But the idea that, St. Patrick's Day, I mean, I couldn't tell you how it originated. I could probably research it if I really want to, but who cares? Drinking. But it just developed into a day that you drink and you have traditional Irish stuff. It's Irish Day. No matter what anybody says, it is a celebration of the Irish culture.
Yeah.
And as skewed as it is, the Irish culture includes drinking yourself silly and eating food that is not going to pair well with alcohol.
No. No, it does not.
And that is the day where you kind of just you the entire time you're having it, you're like, yeah, Ireland, woo, shoy, and shillelagh. And you have your pint. And then the next day you wake up and you're like, oh, fuck Ireland.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. If you woke up the next day and go, I have off because of Ireland, maybe you wouldn't hate it so much.
Maybe. Or maybe if I just ate just a little bit more potatoes, I wouldn't have been hungover as bad. And be truly Irish.
And I mean, it's a weird holiday, right? Because you do have some people that are just I'm gonna go out and get freaking wrecked, and I'm gonna do it all while wearing a shirt that says I'm Irish for today only, and they'll have nothing to do with Irish culture at all for the rest of their life. And what they don't realize is they already are Irish. So they have the shirt that says "Kiss me, I'm Irish," and then they find out 6 months later from their grandma that's just you are Irish, dumbass. Oh, I can wear my St. Patrick's Day shirt more than one day then. Oh, God.
It's actually slowly corrupting Cinco de Mayo as well. Cinco de Mayo is becoming the Mexican drinking holiday.
And here's the thing. Why do more people not celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. It's going to get that way. I never thought I'd see a Kellogg's box written in 2 languages before, but it happened.
And here's another interesting thing. One Cinco de Mayo gets to the point that St. Patrick's Day is, if it does, how do you celebrate the next day? Is it 6 de Mayo that you would have off for? So you celebrate Cinco de Mayo, but you observe 6 de Mayo.
Wow.
I mean, because you would need off the next day, right, to recover.
Do you need another day off? Uno más.
Uno más.
Uno más, por favor. Yeah, that's...
Rough night, buddy? Poquito.
Poquito. And that's an even worse holiday for celebrating a different culture. And hear me out. Because at least Irish traditional foods are stuff that's plugging you up, right? Like it's potatoes, and everything like that. And then in Mexican culture, you're like, all right, you're chugging these light beers that are barely beers, but you're chugging them, and then you're pairing it with.
You're talking about Coronas.
Yeah, and then you're pairing it with nachos and tacos and churritos and all this other stuff. Like I don't know how it affects you, but me, that stuff don't stay long. It just goes right through you. That is Mexican Drano.
What are you going to 7-Eleven when Cinco de Mayo comes around?
No, I just go to Taco Bell like every other American does.
No, you go to a Mexican restaurant. You get actual tacos.
Listen, I've had actual tacos from Mexican restaurants when I lived in Las Vegas. You know, it did the same thing to me then. Okay. It decided that, oh no, this bunghole is not Mexican. They go ahead for the border. And I'm Puerto Rican anyway. Puerto Ricans and Mexicans don't get along very well. I don't even know why. It's a cat and dog syndrome. But I think that the food realizes that when they reach my digestive system. He's like, oh no, he's Puerto Rican. We gotta leave. Jesus. That's even worse when you're drunk off your ass and you don't know if that's a fart or poop.
So I like Mexican food a lot. And eat it throughout the entire year. So Cinco de Mayo comes around, and I actually don't even celebrate it. It's kind of depressing.
Really?
Well, my wife doesn't really like Mexican food all that much, right? So, like...
Add that to the list.
Yes, there's a lot. Mm-hmm. When Cinco de Mayo comes around, it's just like, hey, you want to go get Mexican food? And she's like, no. Why would I want that? Why would I ever want that? I don't care what day it is. Like, we can go to a bar, but we're not going to go to a Mexican bar. It's like, God damn it.
Oh, good for her. Glasses will be cleaner.
Oh, my God. Would you stop it?
Sorry.
But it's no different with
Puerto
St.
Rican
Patrick's Day. It's the same thing. She doesn't mind drinking, but she wants nothing to do with Irish food. Like, what? You don't want, like, corned beef and potatoes? What else do they eat?
Corned beef, potatoes, shepherd's pie. Even when they have...
Oh, I do like shepherd's pie.
I love shepherd's pie. But even when they have, like, Irish potatoes, like, I had to laugh because I thought that was an oxymoron at first. And then it's like... It's just coconut and brown sugar. And I'm like...
It's so gross.
Ew.
It's not. It's coconut and cinnamon and brown sugar.
Oh.
Yeah, it's even worse.
Even worse.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Would you like some Irish potatoes? It's like, oh, okay, Irish potatoes. They're all in coconut.
What is this? This isn't Irish or a potato. There's only one thing weirder than Irish potatoes, and that is only going to take place around the world. Shall we delve into what...
Yeah, we normally do these at the start. We just kind of went off on a tangent.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was warranted.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And I have 3 wonderful stories.
I love these. Clickbait news time.
Here's a fun thing. First time since our return.
Oh.
A Florida story has made its way.
Oh my God, I love Florida stories.
When do we want that to take place?
Yes.
Like
now, absolutely now. What do you mean?
Well, I wasn't sure
now.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to warm up so you can get the craziness, that's about to take place.
Oh no! I am ready for a Florida. My body is ready.
Okay. Oh, Reggie.
I know. Later, another day.
Yeah.
I'll cry about it in April.
So could you tell me why the Florida man punched the ATM machine? Well, the ATM.
No, go ahead. Say ATM machine.
It almost.
What do you suppose the M stands for at that point?
Money.
Automated teller money machine. No, yeah, that works. Why did he punch the ATM? Because it complimented his wife, and he's a very jealous man.
That's good. I kind of wish that was it. No. Florida man says he punched ATM for giving too much cash.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had some stupid in my ear. Could you repeat that?
Sure, I'll start it with the important part.
Okay.
Florida man.
Oh, okay. That suddenly makes sense now.
See, the part that's why I was saying maybe we should warm up, get the craziness ready. Punching an ATM because it complimented his wife because he's a jealous man, that can happen in Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's not happening in Nebraska? Punching an ATM machine because it gave you... God damn it. An ATM because it gave you too much money. Fuck you. Alright. Anyway, a Florida man told investigators he punched an automatic teller machine because it gave him too much cash. End of story. I'm kidding.
There's got to be more to this than that.
An arrest report says 23-year-old Michael Joseph Olaksik
All right.
caused about $5,000 in damage to an ATM at a Wells Fargo bank branch in Cocoa on...
What?
What?
$5,000 worth of damage?
Well, I mean, those are kind of expensive things, aren't they? They have to be.
Okay, I would agree that he probably did $5,000 worth of damage to his fist, because the medical industry is just god-awful. But 5,000 damage... 5,000 damage. Yeah, now it's an RPG. 5,000.
Right.
Yeah, keep going. Sorry, I was confused. I didn't think it was going to be that much damage.
He was arrested on a criminal mischief charge after bank officials decided to press charges. Florida Today reports surveillance video captured him pummeling the touchscreen. An arrest report says that he told a bank manager he was angry that the machine was giving him too much money and he didn't know what to do because he was in a hurry for work, and he apologized for causing damage. Jail records don't list a lawyer for him, so he did all this lawyerless. So yeah.
Wow.
Was just in a rush, and I guess the machine gave him too much. What I'm guessing took place here was that he hit the wrong button.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Like, he meant to take out 200, but it took out 400.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh no, my account's too low. Oh, just take the money back. Shove it back in the machine.
Yeah. And he was too late for work already to try to warrant any kind of, like, logical reasoning of calling a bank or something like that. Nope, just gonna punch.
Yeah, I'll deal with this later. And then no. Like, he could just like, oh, I withdrew too much. I can just put it back in the bank because I'm at the bank, right?
Yeah, I guess they don't have Wawas. Well, they do have a Wawa in Florida.
A Wawa, yeah.
Yeah, good point. Not in Cocoa, Florida.
Nope.
So there you go. Finally, a Florida story.
Ah.
Emerges.
Punching the ATM machine.
Okay, I also have...
Mm-hmm.
I did have 3 stories this whole time. I suck.
I believe you.
Huh?
I believe you.
Yeah, meaning I have 4 now.
Oh.
Well, we get a bonus one.
Okay. I like bonuses.
Okay, next one.
It's St. Patty's Day. Why not?
You know what? Why not?
Why not?
Good news. This one I don't think is loading, so no bonus one. In which case, we'll go to this one.
No.
Can you tell me why?
Maybe.
I don't have a state to this. It just says Circleville.
Better than being in Squaresville, I guess.
Yeah, I don't have a state to. Yeah, it's just Circleville. Can you tell me why the Circleville Sonic location closed?
Because the Squaresville Tales location opened.
Shame on you. That was bad.
It was pretty bad, yeah.
They closed because all the employees quit on the same night.
I actually heard about this.
This one was kind of popular.
I heard about this, yeah.
I was wondering if you were going to hear about it or not, and if you would get it because of that. Yeah, employees have walked off the job at Sonic Restaurant, such and such location, with the doors locked and the lights out. This is horribly written. A handwritten note on the door says that new owners are treating them bad and they have closed down the restaurant. And I'm going to read the note.
Oh, good.
Warning, it is explicit.
Okay.
Warning. Due to terrible management, the whole store has quit. The company has been sold to people that don't give a fuck about anyone but themselves. Sorry for the inconvenience, but our team refuses to work. And they they carried it in a 4A because it just said work company. Our team refuses to work for a company that treats their employees like they are shit when they have put everything into the store. That's a story. We have worked too hard. That's the wrong two. For too long. Wrong two again. We are all off to better things. So to the new owners, fuck you. Sincerely, your ex-Sonic crew.
Wow.
Yeah.
I admire that they can be unified on that. That is for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I do too. So, for those wondering what happened, according to sources close to the situation, part of the dispute stems from pay cuts forced onto employees who saw wages reduced from at our near minimum wages, wherever their place is, to a tipped employee wages at approximately $4 an hour. So they were at $4 an hour now because they were being considered servers that got tipped. When's the last time you went to a fast food place and tipped the people that work there?
Never.
Exactly.
Never, not once.
Yeah. One anonymous source close to management stated, Circleville, Lancaster, and Grove City. I'm wondering if it's Pennsylvania. Crews have all walked out and quit. So this is 3 different locations. And quit after the franchise was bought out by corporate. The regional director, 2 district managers, and 4 general managers have all been let go, all of which have been working for the company in management for 7+ years. A new statement was released from Sonic on March 1st from the Vice President of Public Relations, Christy Woodworth, on Sonic closing and claim of reduction in pay. We recognize that changes like this can be difficult for employees to understand, and most current employees will have the opportunity to continue working at the drive-in. Under new management, guests and the community can look forward to improved services and the famous food, beverages, and treats for which Sonic is known. Employees working for the local drive-in can look forward to fun, fast-paced work on which they can build a career if they choose. No wages at any level decrease as a result of this transition, and car hops may continue to receive tips above their hourly wages. Okay, so there's not a comma there. So they're saying that they
work something out.
Yeah, they worked something out. They left the wages they had originally prior to the changes, and they can still continue to make tips. It was Ohio. This all took place in Ohio.
Ohio?
Yes.
Well, there's a Lancaster, Ohio?
Apparently.
That's weird. Huh.
Excuse you.
Yeah, no, that's me. I'm not picking up.
Yeah, so there was just that. There's a lot more to it, but I'm going to leave it there. We kind of got the general idea.
Yeah, we got the general idea. So, I'd imagine that you... How long have you worked at your current job?
Going on 7 years.
Going on 7 years. And I'd imagine that you've worked with people over the years that were just, like, completely, like, oh, I don't need this job or anything like that. Yeah. So the idea that you could have somebody in an entire crew say that, and in one unified voice give the boss the middle finger and then leave.
Yeah, I mean, there's that to be said. There's also the idea of them going, how bad do I need $4 an hour?
Right? Like, I don't need this job. Like, okay, people are upset at the place that I work at. But then again, the people that work at the place that I work at are making $15+ an hour. So the idea that they're like, oh, I don't need this job. They do. Because where else are you going to find that kind of wages for not having a degree in this market?
Right.
So they're like, oh, well, I guess I'm stuck here, but I'm not happy about it. And I'm like, all right, well,
are they hiring? I'm kidding.
You wouldn't make it.
So, yeah, it was just kind of crazy.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. I like the idea of them just all saying, nope, fuck it. We're out of here.
Lots of note and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And our last story comes from New York, I believe. And this one's fun. So, can you tell me...
No. Not at all.
Why a resident in Chelsea, New York, sued a sex shop?
sued a sex shop.
Yes.
A resident. Because they had a particular adult toy that was named after them.
No.
And they were not seeing any of the benefits.
No.
Or royalties.
What is this, a Jay and Silent Bob movie? Chelsea resident sues sex shop over 6-foot sewage wall caused by buildup of condoms, diapers, and rubber gloves.
I'm sorry, what?
A 6-foot sewer wall.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, that is unsavory. Tell me more.
Yeah. So a Chelsea resident is suing a local sex shop after she claims her home became uninhabitable due to a sewage leak caused by a buildup of condoms, diapers, and rubber gloves. Susan Harr filed a lawsuit Tuesday against Sexy Boutique, which is located at this address. She is seeking $2 million in damages after she says the repeated flooding wrecked the furnished basement of her townhouse. According to the suit, sewage has occasionally risen above the baseboards, soaking into the walls up to a height of 6 feet. The walls, flooring, and cabinetry are saturated in waste, which has resulted in an irreparable and stinky situation. Harr, a playwright, purchased the townhouse. First of all, do they need to say that she's a playwright?
I don't think that was necessary.
Purchased the townhouse at a foreclosure auction. She says she has
been kidding.
Says she's been struggling with intermittent flooding since last November. 10 days after she put her home on the market, multiple times Harr has been forced to leave her home because of this. The suit says. Camera probe confirmed that the reason for the backup originated in a sex shop, according to the lawsuit. Yeah. Oh, the lawsuit claims that despite reaching out, Sexy Boutique has not responded to her complaints. They refused to comment on the case. However, a public record released shows that the film was able to secure a temporary restraining order that restricts the defendants from engaging in any activity on or around that area that would continue to cause or continue to facilitate the sewage backups. That means they're not allowed to use the bathroom inside Sexy Boutique, in other words.
Okay.
Yeah. Which makes sense, you know.
It does. Because I'm wondering how active those bathrooms are if the majority of the stuff that's being flushed are condoms, diapers, which is...
I'm glad you picked up on that.
The implications for that are very unsavory.
Are parents bringing their kids into sex shops?
No.
Or are people wearing diapers?
People are wearing diapers.
For a fetish.
For a fetish. Because I don't understand it myself. I don't. But age regression is a thing. And I don't understand why people are choosing to act on this fetish in the bathroom of a sex shop.
Wait a minute. No one says that they're acting on it in the bathroom. It could very well be that they act on it somewhere else, went to the sex shop, and disposed of the evidence. Or went somewhere else in the sex shop and disposed of the evidence in the sex shop.
When was the last time you went to the bathroom in a diaper?
About 13 hours ago. Bad effects now, man. What do you want from me?
I can tell you from no personal experience that when you happen to have a messy diaper, you don't take it across town.
No. That's what I'm saying. So, like, they're in the sex shop already. Because some sex shops, have, like, the viewing booths and everything.
I wouldn't know.
Come on, man. You've seen it on TV before. Christ, it was in Clerks. They talked about it. They talked about it in... there was a scene in Boondock Saints.
That's a strip club. That's not a...
Right, but sometimes they're, like, combined. Where they'll actually have viewing booths. You know what I mean? Where some woman is doing her thing, and you just kind of get off to it from behind the glass.
All right. Weird.
Right. So anyway, they'll have a, section like that, and maybe there's some dude wearing a diaper in there. That's his thing. You know what I mean? So he takes whatever toys he just purchased to that viewing booth. He, pleasures himself in any way possible while watching the entertainment. And finishes, and after you finish, you immediately regret all your decisions in life.
Oh,
yeah.
go,
God, I'm disgusting.
Yeah.
So he takes the diaper off, and he goes, what can I do with this? I know, I'll flush it down the toilet. There you go.
That is just
it's
horrible.
No different from if flushing the diaper down the toilet is weird, so is flushing the condom down. And furthermore, where does rubber gloves come into play here? Because that's a thing too.
Yeah, rubber gloves are a thing. I don't really know to what extent, if they just like the feel of latex on them, or if they actually use the rubber gloves to dispose of said diaper.
That's another thing that could be happening.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're cleaning up after these people.
Yeah. Actually, I would blame the janitors for the rubber gloves.
How much do you think the average jizz mopper makes?
A little more than the average Sonic employee.
References! Yeah. So that's that. That's about all I got to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the only thing left doing here is naming the episode.
Naming the episode.
Which, I had a suggestion, and I should have wrote it down, because now it's lost.
Okay. I was going to say we could open it up to whoever is still viewing.
There was the one comment you made about Super Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And comparing it to sex.
Oh. Yeah. Do you think... party games.
Right. So how about Super Smash sex diapers?
Ew. What's this?
Where do the diapers come into play? I mean, they come into play in the same place that the rubber gloves come into play.
I think he's suggesting that as the name of the episode.
Oh. Unsavory.
Minimum wage jizz moppers.
How about... Is there a way we can put sex in the title? I'm telling you, dude, it sells.
I know it does.
So for those that don't
God
know,
help me.
on YouTube, we upload the VOD of this every week. So you can, for those that can't catch it live, can catch it at their own discretion whenever they want. And there is a large difference in the amount of views that we get when we have sex in the title and when we don't. And I don't mean just the word sex. I mean boobs, penis, literally any kind of sex talk in the title.
Yeah.
Brings so many, it's surprising the difference in the amount of viewers that we get.
It's the difference between 10 and 80.
It's more than that. Flush fetish. I like that.
I actually do like that one too.
That's the one.
Okay. All right.
Good job, Carla.
My wife, ladies and gentlemen.
That's really good.
I know we're trying tomorrow night.
I like that one even better. Yeah, that'll do it for episode number 72, aptly titled Flush Fetish.
Flush Fetish.
My name is Lyle.
And I'm a very lucky Andy.
You guys have a wonderful night. Pat, thanks, people.